This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Now, people are saying, why Jay-Z keeps dissing Rick Ross? He's not dissing Rick Ross. I guess saying dissing in a way like denying him a verse. Rick Ross was asked, is Jay-Z going to be on his new album? And Rick Ross said, most likely not. Well, there's a couple reasons why Jay-Z wouldn't be on this next album, okay? First of all, Rick Ross and Jay-Z aren't that tight anymore. It's just a fact, okay? There was a time around 2018, Meek Mill had come out of jail. He got helped by Michael Rubin. Then Jay-Z and the billionaires came around him, and he officially signed on with Rock Nation. And Rick Ross felt left out. You know, we still made back music group, but Jay-Z was handling everything, right? And slowly as time went on, Jay-Z paid more attention to Meek than he did Rick Ross. The bond wasn't as tight. And Jay-Z, as usual, oversteps his bounds. Now, Rick Ross and Jay-Z never speak about that. Rick Ross is always indebted to Jay-Z for signing him to Def Jam, right? But that did strain the relationship a little bit because, you know, it's business, but it is personal sometimes, you know. Meek Mill ended up getting dropped, right? Now, Rick Ross and Jay-Z, you still saw them together every once in a while. I think the collaboration you might have latest seen was just because DJ Khaled had Rick Ross and him on the same song. But another reason Jay-Z, he said you won't see Jay-Z in there because it's just rich things. You know, you wouldn't get it. It's like rich stuff, you know. And then, you know, Jay-Z has funny ways of just laughing things off. Like, you could ask him to be on the album, he'll laugh and say, haha, yeah, right. And everyone will laugh in the room because it's Jay-Z, right? Because he's like, I don't know. People look at people that's why Jay-Z had to get away from Dame too. Dame's one of the only people that could call Jay-Z out because he knew him from the beginning. Biggs doesn't really do that, but Dame would call Jay-Z out. Not many people would call Jay-Z out. Also, Rick Ross is dropping this independently. I think he's dropping it on Gamma. Unknowingly, putting some money in Drake's pocket. But I think he's dropping it through Gamma. And it'll be independent. Jay-Z's not going to really get paid off of... There'll be no fee. And, you know, even though he doesn't need it, it's still the principle of the matter. You know? He won't get his fee. It will be the biggest selling song on there. It is what it is. But this is a strained relationship. And from that strain, Meek Mill and Ross have a strained relationship, if you can't tell. They're cool, but they're not cool at the same time. It's not the same. Meek Mill feels like he's on Rick Ross's level, has for a long time. And, you know, it is what it is. You know, this is business at the end of the day. You know, the music business is... It's not friendships, you know, and we've all made that mistake of thinking people are your friends. Drake's made it. You know, Rick Ross, his best bet would have been during the beef with Kendrick Lamar. He missed an opportunity. The best thing for him to do at that time would have been to embrace Drake. He has no ties with The Weeknd and everything. He could have embraced, say, hey, yo, to the homie, he's something serious. He has his pen game serious. And just call him behind the scenes. Make sure he's good. Do a song with him still. You know, like if you had his back a little bit, you would have been good. You don't have no ties to Kendrick Lamar. You have ties to Drake. And you blew it. I also feel like behind the scenes, Jay-Z has a lot to do with these beefs with Drake. Like getting in people's ears and stuff. But that is what it is, you know. Look at these are the guys that control Meek Mill. Bunny Hop. Isn't that crazy? I still can't believe Meek Mill let that happen, you know. I still can't believe he let that happen. Meek Mill, you're too famous and too talented to have let these guys make you bunny hop on camera, bro. But hey, it is what it is. All right, so DDG says if Adrian Broner trains and fights, he could take his streaming career to the next level, fight at brand risk, beat the guy up, and get a lot more people streaming consistently on every time he turns the camera on, and he could be making like 10,000 a day or something like that, he said. That's pretty crazy. I think Kick overpays because they have stake. Because it doesn't seem... It doesn't even seem realistic. Not all these people are paying, customers. It has to come from... The gambling has to be funding the streaming. Kendrick Lamar's latest signee, I think it's since 2024, Imani. She's releasing her project Paper Cut. She's pretty dope. I've heard her. She's like a singer. She's pretty dope. That's coming out. Latest Dame Dash thing he said about Jay-Z is like, there's a thing about Jay-Z. His breath stinks. He has stinky breath. He's just like, I can't believe Dame Dash and Jay-Z are in their 50, they're 56, 57 in there. It's like, guys, when's it like, first of all, Dame, when are you going to stop talking, about Jay-Z? That's old. It's 20 years ago and you're still talking about it. Just like Jay-Z 20 years later speaking about this, it's like, he's like, why did you wait so long to say something? But why do you keep saying something? And it's something that's old, It's old. I don't get it. I don't get it at all, man. But yeah, Jay-Z, everything gets under his skin. That's all this proves. All this stuff gets under his skin, and he just couldn't shut up. He had to say something about it. He also says he might be going broke. It looked like he has to work. He hasn't said anything in 20 years. Why say something now? I'm the one who kept him hot before. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Sauce Walka drops a track dissing his baby mom. He says, baby mama drama. She's mad because I don't want her no more. And Drake, he's talking about Drake, the Iceman's cold, something like that. I was like, this is horrible, bro. Like, you ran to the studio to really write a track about how you're tender. You wrote a track about how you're tender over Drake sleeping with your baby mom. Bro, this is a pathetic track, bro. Sauce Walka, like, yeah, I'm going to capitalize off it. Bro, nobody's streaming this. They're going to laugh at this. Snip it. You're mad because you do still want her. You were threatening to blow Drake's Jeep up over this. I mean, come on, man. It's pathetic. AB and Dean had to let Big Meech know that he was talking too much while on camera. This is nothing new. Big Meech loves to talk on the phone. That's part of the reason they got indicted before. The BMF thing. That's part of the reason they got indicted. He loves to talk. He loves to share. And he loves to tell other people things so they can run and tell the feds. I mean, let's be real. That's what all these people were talking about. He's a blabbermouth. Finesse 2 times ordered to pay nearly $200K after Alabama promoter wins case over show substitution. Yeah, that's a lot of money. That sucks. And Daphne Joy takes shots at 50 Cent. She says, do you kiss and tell? And then she puts up Mariah Carey, you're obsessed with me. She should stop talking. You were caught on camera slurping down while your boyfriend watched, slurping some other guy. Your son has to watch this. You were acting like reckless and just not a great mom. Like, that's not how a mom would act. It's crazy. See, this stuff is nuts, man. Anyways, she's crashing out. This is Jordan Tao with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I'll check you guys on the next one. Peace.